any of these one-liners out loud or thought them, I'm not built that way. That's just not me. I can't do that. You'll never catch me doing that. I hate the way that I look. I'll never look like that. Things that we speak out loud or things that we think about ourselves can do a lot more damage than what we realize. And I know that we've touched on things that we say to other people and about other people or to other people, but we have to also remember that it's important to remember the things that we also say about ourselves and the damage that we cause to ourselves on a regular basis. So Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits." So I found that, and I went a little deeper into it. So that's kind of where, like, I titled this, "You Are What You Eat." Because again, the more that we speak on something, the more that we'll start believing it about ourselves.
Yeah.
So my notes here, when it says eating its fruits, it's the speech that we put out produces consequences. So if we speak bitterness, fear, gossip, or break ourselves down, then we're eating the discouragement, broken trust, hardened thinking. When we speak truth, grace, faith-filled speech, we eat peace, wisdom. We experience healing and love, and we're able to build healthier relationships because of that, better friendships, better relationship in our marriage, even with our kids. So sometimes we don't really think about the things that we say about ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's nobody else around to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
But when I witness my kids doing the same thing and saying the same things, and I sit there and I look at her and I go, I wish you knew how perfect you are in my eyes. Like, I wish that you could see yourself through me. And that is literally what God has said. Like, we are made in his image. Like, we should not be speaking anything over ourselves that God has not spoken over us already. So, and I've heard it before, and sometimes it's kind of like, okay, I get it. God doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
He's perfect. He does everything perfectly. So if I am sitting here putting myself down, then what does that say about God?
Right.
You know, and it sounds so cliche by now, because like I said, I've heard it so much, but you have to believe that.
Yes.
Like, it's truth.
Yeah.
So I've kind of tried to watch what I have said about myself lately, recently, you know, because everybody deals with different things. Weight, aging, hair, all the things. And I have to stop myself sometimes and remember, like, okay, I am perfect because I am created in his image. You know,
yeah,
it sounds so simple to say, but every day it's a struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what do they say? Like, comparison is the thief of joy. I mean, when you're constantly comparing yourself, what you have, your kids, all the things, you're just robbing yourself of joy. And, that's, interesting that you say when you watch your children, because right now I'm watching Stratton in baseball season. Oh, it is a struggle. And I've always been very big about speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. That doesn't mean I'm always great at it, but it's just a huge thing in me. You speak it. I And finding that balance of, I'm not saying to speak it because you're arrogant, because you're better than everybody, but when you speak it, you then have the self-confidence to get out there and do hard things that a lot of people won't do because of whose we are. We are God's creation. He created us to do great things. We had a speaker come one time and he said, why do we as Christians, as children of God, sit back and think that the world deserves to be billionaires? The world deserves to have all the big ideas, because really that's where it comes from. They had an idea, they put it into motion, and then boom, things were created. God says in his word, if we ask for wisdom, seek and you will find. Why don't we sit and do that and then proclaim that because of who I am, I will be successful? All too often, we see people who are living in poverty because they were born into poverty, so that's just what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And so they just speak, this is all I'll ever be because of where I came from, because of who I am. Well, you're speaking that. You have to declare it. And with my 11-year-old playing baseball, he's so emotional. Just, and it's hard to watch because, number one, everybody's watching him, and you don't want people to have the wrong thoughts about your kid.
Right.
Now, it is his fault. He's the one out there, but it's almost been like an out-of-body experience that he isn't able to see how he's reacting. He's so passionate and wants to be perfect, excellent in everything. And yes, I appreciate that. Yes, like that's what I want my kids to shoot for that. But you also have to realistically know that's not even possible. You're not going to play a perfect game every time. You're not going to get up and pitch a perfect pitch every game. And so learning to navigate the emotions and us teaching him to say, with God's help, I can do all things through Christ. With God's help, I can be a leader on the team. With God's help, he created me to be big. And so speaking it, because he's not believing it right now, I'm kind of not believing it right now. But
oh, no, you didn't.
I'm telling you, just even last night, his emotions are so big and they just go. I mean, he pitched a phenomenal inning, and I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there videoing him, and I mean, amazing, like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, see what happens when you take a deep breath and you have fun. And he looks and he smiles and nods at me. And I'm like, how do you even parent that? And then within the next inning, he's throwing him in the dirt and crying because he's doing bad. Like,
oh my
boom,
gosh.
boom. It's so just Jesus. That's all. I just have to call on Jesus. I have to, but we have to be careful with our words, even as parents speaking and proclaiming over our children. Yes, Stratton is extremely emotional, but God's going to use that to glorify him down the road.
Yeah.
So learning to navigate it, but we have to stop speaking those negative, just normal, everyday things like, oh, my child's a hot mess, or oh, we're just all chaos. That's all we are. I mean, we say it like in laughing, but the enemy takes those words and runs with them.
Oh, yeah.
And so then we sit at the end of the day and I'm like, why was today the way it was? And the Lord's like, well, how did you start your day by talking?
Yeah.
And then middle of the day, you said it again because you're trying to be funny.
Right.
That's on you and it's on me. And he's right. And when Stratton was, Stratton, he's my, when he was born, he did not sleep. I was nursing and he was cluster feeding like every 15 to 20 minutes for the first 6 months of our lives. I mean, it was intense. And then when he became a toddler, he cried. I mean, we're talking 2 to 3 hour fits of screaming and not bringing him down. There was nothing that would talk him off the ledge. And so Austin and I were like, something's got to give. We have got to start speaking over him, that he is a little boy filled with joy. He is fun. We do enjoy spending time with him. And we literally saw him transform. We did. I mean, it was a full-blown God moving moment, but we had to make the choice. And yes, you catch yourself because when you're exhausted and you're watching it, you're a miracle that God gave me, and you are his, and you are filled with joy and laughter. No, it doesn't sound like it right now. But we saw it. And so I heard something the other day when somebody was like, you have to stop saying, I can't afford that. You have to stop speaking, I'll never be able to achieve that. When your mindset is already lowered the bar, it's not going to come any higher. And so on a daily, and again, it's not the name it, claim it. We've talked about that, but knowing the potential that God created us to be, he will open doors. He will bring success to us because of whose we are. When we know we are children of God, we are created to be successful. No matter what our education looks like, no matter what our past looks like, when God has a pathway for us, we have to make the choice to speak it, declare it, and believe it.
Right. It's that but God moment.
Oh, 1000%.
Like, I'll catch myself saying something like, I can't do this, but God guides my steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's filling in that, it's changing that perspective.
In my flesh,
in the
I
moment.
can't.
Yes.
But because of whose I am, but God,
yeah,
I can do this.
Yeah.
I will do this.
Yeah. Some days it's a lot harder than others. And I'm telling you, like you said, we joke around about how busy we are and how all the chaos and the hot messes we are and all the things. You will literally find yourself looking back and being like, oh my gosh, that really was chaos, but did it have to be?
Right. Yeah.
Did it really have to be?
What did we add to that to make it more?
How did we make that worse than what it needed to be? And, you know, I go back to like work and my kids, and right now in this season of my life, like me personally, I'm trying to figure out my place and my position within our business, like since we've merged.
Yeah.
Because I've always just been the cleaning lady.
Yeah.
You know, I manage the cleaning, take care of that. As long as everything's good, then I'm good. But now, since we've merged, it's opened into like this whole other thing, and I'm challenged.
Yeah.
I'm, you know, and I feel the pressure. And there's some days when I sit there and I like put my head in my hands and I'm like, I cannot do, like, what am I thinking?
Right.
I can't do this. You know, I can't put on this big marketing campaign. I can't build up this part of the business. You know, what am I thinking?
Yeah.
And then I have to remind myself, like, who, like you said, who I belong to.
Right.
And man, every day is a struggle. And, you know, even sometimes the conversations that Manny and I have, he doesn't mean to, but sometimes he like fuels those thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Not realizing.
Right.
But it's not like he's sitting there going, you can't do this.
No.
He's sitting there going, what are you going to do? When are you going to do it?
Yeah.
How are you going to do it? And I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Sometimes I'm literally winging it.
Yeah.
And it might work and it might not.
Yeah.
But I can't claim to be like a professional because I am just learning as I go.
Yeah.
But man, just so sometimes I really have to just reel in and be like, all right, Jessica, who are you? Who do you belong to? And let's change our perspective and let's handle it.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it the right way.
Yeah.
And, you know, it takes like, especially lately, I've been finding myself in prayer a lot more. Like, right, God, there's that thread again, and I'm really holding on. But like, I get to those points where I'm like, am I meant to be doing this? And, you know, even with this podcast, there's been those weeks when we've struggled just right before we hit record, and we're like,
why isn't this working? Yeah.
Is this a sign?
I'm like,
so
okay.
every week up until now has been a struggle for us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
everything that, we take on has been a struggle. But golly, like, just, and like, oh my, like right now in my head, like everything is spinning. Cause I like fresh coming from here. Manny and I are like fresh off of a conversation. We just hired someone, which is great. Thank God. But it's like, all right, what are we going to do next? What's the next step? What are we going to do? And like our church right now is about to start like a 4-day revival.
Oh,
so I'm like, all right, Jesus, like, come on. I'm ready. I need something.
I need to hear you.
I know.
Clear.
I know I need this right now. So right now, like I'm in that moment where my thoughts are all jumbled. But man, like I just like the one thing that's in my head is like, I have to just watch what I say.
Yes.
Because I know me, like, and everybody, and even we don't even realize what we're doing to ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
And especially as moms and as women, young ladies, and like my 14-year-old right now, Emmy, she's about to be 15 next month, and right now, like she goes through those little spurts where right now it's on the dad, you're so rude, and dad, oh my gosh, and mom, and it's just these different things. And finally I'm like, do you realize that the things that you say are just as harmful as me or your dad saying one cuss word?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like this cuss word and what you're saying are the same. They hurt just as much, because just as much as you don't like to hear it, you're putting the same thing out there.
Well, and a lot of times it's the tone, like having that conversation with, Peyton, if you would have said it in a different manner, it would have been fine. Like you speaking is not the issue. It's how you speak sometimes.
It's your heart.
Yes.
It's what's in your heart when you say it.
Yeah. And it's the same with us.
Yeah.
I mean, correcting our kids. I think one of the best gifts we can give our kids is teaching them to watch their words.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sets the trajectory of your day, of your morning, of your future, watching your words.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we harp on it nonstop, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
They're going to hear it. It's going to be there. It's going to be rooted inside of their heart. And another thing I do on a daily, I do my best, is I break word curses spoken over us, intentionally or unintentionally.
Yeah.
Because people say things over us, whether we've made them mad, people in the past, everybody in the world has somebody who's sitting and talking about them. And so the last thing I want is for words I don't even know that are coming out to affect our family.
Yeah.
And I believe they do just as much as ours do. That's why we have to be careful with what we say about people, just like we've talked.
Right.
And I can say, through this spring, my emotions have just been heightened about everything. I feel like, am I in premenopause? Like, what is happening right now? They're just, I'm like, Jesus, it's like having those out-of-body experiences that you're watching yourself. Like, what are you doing right now? It is just woo. And so my emotions have been, and I have to sit and tell myself, like, I have the peace of Jesus.
Yeah.
I have the joy. Even if my teeth are like gritting, like, no, I will shine bright for Jesus.
Yeah. Do you remember that movie, The Help?
Yes.
When she's telling the little girl,
yes,
you was kind,
yeah.
you was smart. It's the same thing.
It is. People think it's true. It's true. I'm like, I will be kind.
Yes.
I will be kind.
Yes.
I will come off of this. I mean, it was one day this week that I was just like anything, anybody. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah. You're like,
And
I need to calm down.
I do. And I'm like, okay, I've got to start speaking. I am calm. I'm not saying I'm patient because we don't want that testing of that.
Oh man. Yeah.
I am kind. I am peaceful. I bring joy everywhere I go.
Yeah.
And in so many ways, it may not be true in the moment, but if you keep saying it, your mind comes into agreement, your heart, and then it just becomes true.
Yeah.
It's just so vital.
Yeah.
So vital.
It is. It is. And it's one of those things that it's going to be a while for me personally to get that right.
Oh, I don't think anybody ever does,
Yeah.
honestly.
Probably not. I mean,
because we're all flesh.
Yeah.
And we're surrounded by flesh. That's the key.
Yeah.
All surrounded by other people.
Yeah.
And the devil, and he uses other people. And so, yeah, it's a minute by minute, sometimes second by second. Absolutely. Yes, I think you get better the more you put it into practice. Just so it's like anything we do, whether it's sports or singing or anything, you do get better with it, but you never reach the pinnacle of I speak amazingly at all times.
Yeah.
Because it's just not realistic unless you live in a bubble all by yourself and it's only you.
Yeah.
No.
You never talk to anybody else. Yeah.
It's just you and Jesus.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can be positive with you, Jesus.
Yeah. I will say that in those moments when I get really down on myself, like my music goes up like extra loud.
We got to drown out that noise.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I know you were talking about, like talking about us, and I mean, the reality of it is every woman, I mean, I'm not going to say every woman, most women struggle with how they look, all the things. And then when you have daughters, I mean, like you said, seeing how amazing from the inside out, if they could just see what we see, it would be different. But knowing, I mean, I know my senior year, I went through an anorexic spell of, I quit Texans, and some of the girls were upset. I mean, they're teenage girls, and they said, you're just going to get fat now that you're not doing Texans. And this is the power of the words. And I was like, absolutely not. Watch me. And I ended up, my healthy weight was 125. I'm 5'7". It was a good healthy weight in high school. And by the time I graduated, I think I was like 110. And I mean, we're talking bones, like ribs, collarbone, like it was not pretty. And of course, in the moment, I didn't realize it. And I didn't necessarily look at myself in the mirror and think, man, I am so fat. But I was like, don't you dare say what I'm going to be, because I'm not. Like, watch me.
Yeah.
And I remember laying in my bed being so scared because food was not even a blip. I had no desire to eat. I had skipped meals so many days in a row that I had no appetite. And I remember I took, and like a clump of my hair came out, and I got so scared. And I just laid in my bed and cried. And I was like, Jesus, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be unhealthy. And I started drinking milkshakes to help, and it came back. But imagining my daughter going through that, just, I do see times like she'll skip a meal, because I mean, I even to this day, like I'll miss a meal because I'm doing something.
Oh, we all do that. Yeah.
But watching her, who's in athletics and active and as tiny as can be, like, no, like don't do this. Like, just eat. And she's like, well, I'm just not hungry. I'm like, you are hungry. Let's go get a milkshake right now.
Yeah. I know. Cheeseburgers and French fries right now.
Eat it all. But you couldn't have talked to me in that moment and changed. And so This parenting gig.
Oh yeah. Well, see, and I was raised, my parents were divorced. So I came from what they call a broken home, right?
Go. If by now, so we don't have to continue. My triplets are outside, and so having to navigate that, go. I don't just go, please. See the power of the words. Go, please. Sorry.
It's okay. It happens. I'm telling you, if Joanna were here, it'd be the same thing. It'd be the same thing. She would have already walked in and stood right
like,
here.
hey.
Yeah, yeah. So I came from what they call a broken home, right? My parents were divorced. My mom worked like 2 or 3 jobs at one point, and I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. So that's how I grew up. That was my normal, okay? Nobody ever told me that there was something wrong with that.
Yeah, that's all you knew.
Yeah, like my grandparents never told me there was something wrong with that. My mom, like, her and I, we had a really good thing going, right? I never really thought twice, like, oh my gosh, like I don't have both my parents.
If you come in one more time, you're going to get in trouble. Please remove yourself and close the door. Please remove yourself and close the door.
So I never thought twice about it.
Yeah.
So when Manny and I met, obviously we each had a daughter. So, and neither one of us were married when we had these daughters. So on my end of things, I had already grown up and experienced that.
Right.
So I never once looked at Carmen or treated her like, oh, my baby, your dad's not around,
right.
or whatever.
It's just what you knew.
Yes. Well, on the other end of things, the relationship on that side was a lot different. Like mine, I will say, was kind of more mutual. On this side, it was a lot different. It was a lot different. So when they split, it was more like, how is this going to affect Emmy? Because Manny's parents aren't divorced.
Okay.
They're together. So he grew up in a different household.
Yeah.
So when it came to Emmy, it was like, oh, everything was given to her and she was treated a lot differently. She was, both of our girls are spoiled. I'm not meaning that in a bad way at all. All of our girls are spoiled. We spoil our kids. But the way she was treated, sometimes it just, me coming into the relationship, it just sounded like it was like we were just treating her like something was wrong. Like,
right.
Oh, well, your mom's not here, so you're not really okay.
Yeah, like she was broken.
Yes. And sometimes it was like, well, like, I know your mom's not here, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we got to quit telling her that something's wrong.
Right. Right.
Because her mom may not be in the same house, but her mom loves her.
Right.
Her mom gets her every other day, 50-50, every other weekend. She's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, nothing. And I remember we had that conversation, like, the more we tell her that something is wrong with her situation, the more she's going to use that as a crutch.
Yes.
And anything in her life growing up is going to be blamed on that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be harder for her to come out of it.
Yeah.
When in all reality, you have 2 parents that love you unconditionally. You have grandparents that are spoiling the heck out of you right now.
Yeah.
Like,
some kids don't even have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you are absolutely fine.
Yes. But when you speak it over them,
yes,
then they begin to believe it.
Yes, then they're going to go, oh my gosh, I don't have my mom and my dad.
Something is wrong with me.
Yes, something is wrong. So, and I think that's why, like, I didn't grow up, like, I don't know, emotionally damaged or whatever, because it was just never brought to my attention that way.
It's just what you did. I mean,
just
how it was.
Yeah. So, but I guess that's what I'm saying is, like, just because something isn't like the way that other people say it should be, or even what we think it should be in our minds.
Yeah.
Like, it's what we get out of that.
Yes.
It's what we take away from that.
Yes.
Now, was it my goal for me and Carmen's dad, like for us not to be together? No, that wasn't a goal. It wasn't like, oh, we're gonna have this kid and then we're probably not gonna make it. Like, that was not my goal at all. That's
your journal.
Yeah.
Have a baby and not be with the
Yeah,
daddy.
and not just
check. Like,
yeah. That was not my goal.
Yeah.
But that's how things happened.
right.
Now, to this day, like, we're still friends.
Yeah.
You know? So that's a whole nother story. But my point is Carmen grew up not really like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, even to this day, she hasn't really thought much about it.
But that's her personality.
Right. It is. Yeah. She was, whatever.
She's very good with the,
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just whatever happens, happens. That is very much her personality. But Emmy, on the other hand, is very much like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
This is not right. We need to fix it. And it's like, dude, just chill.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. It'll be
Oh, Emmy.
Oh my gosh, it makes me laugh.
So yeah, all you can do is love her. She's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh-wee, that girl. Ooh-wee, yeah.
She's
No.
funny.
It is. The situation that you're in, even if it's not where you want to be, if you're constantly complaining, just like the Israelites, they were not meant to be there for 40 years.
Yeah.
They were supposed to get to that promised land.
Yeah.
So when we're not where we want to be, where we feel like God has us to be, if all we do is complain, we're going to keep going around and around and around.
Mm-hmm.
So the faster we learn to be like, no, God, this is not my ending place. Like, you have not stopped me right here. But I thank you for what I have in this moment,
Yes.
where I am.
Yeah.
We are healthy. We are not in the hospital. We have food. We have gas. All the things that some may not have. We have to be thankful and speak it.
Yeah.
We can't do the whole manipulative, well, if I mean, nobody wants to be around people like that. God's not going to honor that. So learn to fix it, your mouth.
Yeah.
Now, and he'll start to elevate you.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not a quick process. A lot of the times it's slow. And it's funny because you bring up the Israelites. I remember like going through that part in church or wherever I was and being like, how dumb is it? Like, to us, I'm reading the story. I'm like, it is so obvious. Like, why can't you just trust God?
Or even, well, Jesus, I'm kind of tired of eating bread. Can you send meat? Oh, look, there's meat. I'm tired of that.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
God is literally dropping food from
I know.
heaven. Like, hello. But these are the same people who walked on water.
Yeah.
Or, no, on dry land.
Yeah.
Like
Didn't
parting the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes.
And you're questioning if God will take care of you?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
But we can be the same way.
I was just going to say, we do the same thing. And then there's somebody on the outside of our situation looking in and going, girl,
Are you kidding?
are you serious right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I can just shift my perspective and be
Yeah.
like, okay,
Every day we have to. Yeah. We have to make a point of it.
Yeah. you is kind,
Yeah.
you is smart, you is important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
every day is a different day. And every day I wake up and I'm thinking like, all right, I'm going to do it differently.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a lady once told us, today is the best day of our lives. We've never had a day like today. And if we have that mindset, we can't have bad days.
Yep. So I have some little one-liner examples because sometimes it's hard to change your perspective in the moment when you're looking in the mirror or you're just thinking to yourself like, I'm a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I failed at doing this. I'm never going to do it. Try again. So it said, I'm a failure. Instead, change that and shift your perspective and say to yourself, I failed, but Jesus is teaching me and he's going to restore me. It doesn't mean that it ends there. it just means that there is either you still have something to learn, but even in that failure, you're learning something.
Oh, yeah.
You
Every
know, so
time.
it's just shifting your perspective. Another one is I'm unlovable, but I am loved by Jesus. When you believe that, you'll be amazed at how much it changes your mindset. To just know that you are a child of God, and to know that He created you in His own image. You are perfect. Another one, I can't change. Instead, say, God is still transforming me. I don't think we'll ever be finished.
Oh,
Like,
no.
we are constantly a work in progress.
Yes.
So, and even in that, I'm like, okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be okay, because God is constantly working in me, on me, through me. And as long as I just let Him take the reins and just trust Him and believe that He has something for me, I'm okay. I can get through that moment.
Yes. Yeah.
One moment at a time.
Yeah. Well, you want to pray?
You can pray.
Okay. All right. Father God, we just thank you. First and foremost, we just thank you. We thank you for waking us up this morning. We thank you for the breath in our lungs. We thank you for the voice that you have given us to speak. We thank you that you are not ever going to give up on us. No matter how we act, no matter how we react, you have grace, and it's new, and your mercies every single day. And so I just pray right now that you help us to catch ourselves sooner, to stop ourselves quicker, to remind us quicker to stop the negative speaking, and to be able to reverse it and to speak life. Whether it's a terrible situation, whether it's frustrating and it's not fair, it doesn't matter, because you have the final say. We have to trust that. You say in your word, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So no matter who comes against us, no matter what happens, no matter what the situation, we have to step back and we have to trust that you have got us. And so I thank you today for the moment that you took on the cross, so that way we can live each day knowing we have a final destination. And we don't want to just make it, but we want to make an impact on this world before we get there. So I pray for every ear that is listening, every eye that is watching this, that you take these words and you touch hearts, minds, bodies, souls, and spirits to see and to hear and to feel your presence and to be transformed by it. Not because of who Jessica and I are, but because of whose we are, because of who lives inside of us and who has chosen us to open our mouths and to speak. We love you. We give you all the glory and all the praise, because you are worthy of it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you for joining us. We apologize. We did not have a episode last week. Life got in the way. But we appreciate all the support. If you want to like and follow us, subscribe. If you ever need prayer, you ever want to talk, comment, we'll get with you. But thank you again. And always remember that you were made for such a time as this.